I remember vividly the first time I went to the Amazon back in 1993. I was a forest college student, and I traveled with my best friend to visit her family property in the state of Mato Grosso. When we arrived, loggers were carrying out a massive deforestation in part of the property. And there I was, in my first contact with the Amazon, experiencing a mix of conflict feelings. There was this wonder with the exuberance of the forest, full of life and its mega biodiversity. And at the same time, a despair by hearing the disturbing sound of the chainsaw and the cracks of the trees falling down, followed by a sort of defeating silence. When we were driving back to the camp, I heard the farm administrator explaining that clearing the forest was necessary to expand the cattle raising since the old pasture was getting degraded and dry. When I asked if this was legal, he said, no, nobody sees or cares about it. And that's the way we develop land here. Almost 30 years later, those sounds and words still echo in my head every time I put my feet on a forest. For the last 3 decades, I've been working to help people to see what we are doing with the planet and motivating them to act upon that. Whether it was highlighting the good practices through FSC certification or pushing down deforestation by 80% when working in the government and with the civil society, that became a mission. Today, we work to understand the history of the land cover land use throughout Brazil, Indonesia, and South America, so we can give to decision makers science-based data, maps, and arguments to support the conservation and sustainable management of our soil, water, and biodiversity. Think of this. Humans have been occupying the Amazon for the last 10,000 years, and until the 70s, less than 1% of the forest has been lost. But in the last 40 years, the era of my generation, we lost 20% of the Amazon. The pace in which we are transforming our home for the worse is unprecedented. We are getting to a situation where damage to the water cycles, loss of biodiversity, disruption of ecosystems, and desertification are getting close to a point of no return. We can't leave this to the next generation. It's not fair. We need to fix it now. And guess what? We know what it takes. If all of us leave the world better than when we receive it, we can change the course of history. And that's what inspires all of us in MapBiomas every day. Thank you.